the theft. Thor wakes up. Thor wakes up one morning and immediately has the worst day of his immortal life. His hammer, Mjolnir, the weapon that makes him the god of thunder, the thing that protects all of Asgard from giants, the mountain-crushing symbol of his entire identity, is just gone. And look, losing your keys is annoying. Losing the only thing preventing the apocalypse, that's a problem. Thor does what any reasonable person would do. He goes to Loki. Because when something's missing in Asgard, there's about an 80% chance Loki was somehow involved, and a 100% chance he'll know where it is. Loki borrows Freyja's falcon cloak, because of course Freyja has a magical bird coat, and flies to Jotunheim, land of the giants. There he finds Thrym, king of the frost giants, looking extremely pleased with himself. Thrym admits he stole the hammer. He buried it 8 miles underground, and you'll only give it back on one condition. The gods have to give him Freyja as his bride. So what do you do when your magical hammer gets stolen by a giant who wants to marry a goddess? If you're a Norse god, apparently you put on a veil and hope nobody notices your beard. The plan, and Freya's meltdown. The gods go to Freya and say, "Hey, pack your bags, you're getting married to a giant." And Freya loses her entire mind. According to the Poetic Edda, our 13th century source for this absolute mess, she snorted with rage so hard that her famous necklace, the Brisingamen, literally shattered. The halls of Asgard shook. She told everyone present exactly where they could shove that wedding invitation. Which, fair, respect. So now the gods are stuck. No hammer, no Freya, and Thrym's sitting in Jotunheim, practicing his vows. Enter Heimdall, the watchman god, the one who can see everything, who has the single most unhinged solution possible. He says, and I quote from the original text, "Let us dress Thor in a bridal headdress." And somehow, everyone agrees this is the move. The wedding from hell. So Thor puts on a dress. They give him Freyja's necklace, a lovely set of jingling keys, and a thick bridal veil to hide the fact that he is a 6-foot-something wall of muscle with a beard you could lose a squirrel in. Loki comes along as his handmaiden because Loki would rather die than miss this. At the wedding feast, Thor immediately blows his cover by eating an entire ox, 8 salmon, and drinking 3 barrels of mead. Thrym is like, your bride seems hungry. And Loki, without missing a beat, goes, "She was so excited to marry you, she hasn't eaten in 8 days. Thrym, apparently operating with 1 brain cell, accepts this. Then, Thrym lifts the veil to kiss the bride, sees Thor's eyes burning with barely contained homicidal rage, and understandably freaks out. Loki explains the bride hasn't slept in 8 days either. Again, excitement. Finally, Thrym brings out Mjolnir to lay in the bride's lap and bless the marriage, which was a real Norse wedding custom. And the second that hammer touches Thor's hands, he kills every giant in that room.